Hi everyone, this is module number 144 for the subject of strategic human resource management. And in this module, we will talk about an employer expectations from employees. I hope you people remember that just in the last module, we talked about the employee expectations from their employer. Now we will talk about what are the employer's expectations uh, beyond what may be written in the agreement. So the employment relationship is not usually confined to a simple and a single transaction. Yes, it could be because, for example, if you have hired a labor, that kind of relationship between the employee and the employer, maybe for one day or for a single transaction. But normally, it is when we are talking about the employment relations or employment relationship, we are talking about long-term relationship in different organizations. So it is an ongoing and dynamic process. And when we say dynamic, actually we are referring to something which is consistently changing, and organizations and employers or anything which is keep on adjusting with the pace of time or according to the context. So what both the employer and the employee seek from the relationship likely to change due to changes in internal and external environment. So let's see that what an employer expect from employees. And as I say that, I'm expecting that some of you might be working in different organizations. What your employers are expecting from you. So the employer may seek more than time and skills. This is we said in the first in the beginning of this module, and that this is a paid employment, and this is an economic transaction. The employer is willing to pay you, and in return, he is expecting time and skills from your side to invest for his or her organization. So this is a general understanding that this is what employment is, that you are paid and in response you offer something what you have. So this is a transaction. So the employer may seek more than time and skills and abilities and knowledge you have to offer to the employer. What else that could be? For example, the flexibility. It could be written in the paid employment relationship contract that you should be available whenever employer wants you to be at work, or take some additional or extra responsibilities which are in the interest of the organization. So employer also, if you are looking for, fairly speaking, if you are expecting a work-life balance, employer also is expecting from you flexibility. Flexibility in terms of time, flexibility in terms of location. So two things are important when we talk about flexibility, that you offer some additional hours. This is what we call overtime, or you work on unusual hours, and you work on different locations where an employer needs you for his or her business. So loyalty, how to measure whether you are loyal to the organization or not loyal to the organization is a very complex area, because it is something attitudinal, and it is something invisible, and this is something in your mind, and this might be in your attitude. So however, this is a general expectation of every employer, that their employees are loyal with the employer. In other words, you are thinking about, or you are doing something which is good for the organization. And when we refer to loyalty, we are also talking about when you are loyal with your family, when you are loyal with your friends. What you do, actually, you take care of your family, you take care of your friends. So loyalty in this sense here refers to you take care of your employer and his business and his interest. And at the same time, loyalty refers to that employer expecting that you will stay with the employer as long as you are happy and the employer is happy to keep you. And lastly, the willingness for an extra mile. Well, there is a terminology particularly for this extra mile in the strategic human resource management literature and in the organizational behavior literature. We call that organizational citizenship behavior. That is, you are willing to do something which is beyond the scope of your employment contract. So, as I said, that it is almost impossible to list down all the factors and all the expectation employees have from their employer. At the same time, it might not be possible to list down all those expectation employers may have from their employees. But the message is very clear that there is something written between you and your employer. That is your job description or your employment contract. But there is much more than that which is not written, and this is what you expect from your employer, and this is that what your employer expects from you. Thank you.